All right, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to go over how to solve one-step equations that deal with adding and subtracting. So whenever you're solving one-step equations, the first thing you want to do is you want to locate the variable. The second thing you want to do is you want to see what's attached to the variable. Once you do that, you want to do the inverse operation on both sides of the equation, and then, of course, you want to check your answer by plugging it back in the equation. So let's take a look at this first problem. It says 3 plus p equals 8. Now you might be saying, well, I already know the answer is 5 because 3 plus 5 is 8. That's great, but let's go ahead and show our actual thinking for this. So our variable is p. Attached to it is an addition of a positive 3. So to undo adding 3, we're going to subtract 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 on this side, and whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other in order to keep your equation balanced. Once I do that, these 3's cancel because 3 minus 3 is 0. We're left with p equals, and 8 minus 3 is 5. Now I'm going to show you how you can check your work on Desmos. So if you're looking at Desmos, p is our variable, so I'm going to use my keyboard and type p, and then I'm going to hit the equal sign on my keyboard, and then I'm going to press 5 because right now we're saying that our answer is 5. When I hit enter, I'm now going to type in the equation. The equation said 3. I'm going to type the plus sign and then p. And notice it says it equals 8. So I know that I have the correct answer being 5 because when I plug in 5 for p, it ends up equaling 8. Now I'm going to make sure that I clear everything out in my Desmos since I've checked my answer. So I'm going to hit clear, and then I'm going to hit clear all so that it's not still saying that p is equal to 5. Now let's go ahead and solve this next problem. It says x minus 7 equals 13. What's my variable? X. What's attached to it? A subtraction of 7. How do you undo a subtraction of 7? Well, you would add 7. So we're just doing the opposite. So whatever you do to one side, you've got to do to the other. So because I added 7 here, I'm going to add 7 here. These 7's cancel. I'm left with x, and 13 plus 7 gives me 20. And again, I could check that in Desmos by saying x equals 20, and then typing in x minus 7, and that would give me 13. Looking at this next problem, we now have some negative numbers in here. We're going to still treat everything the same. My variable is n. Attached to it is an addition of negative 15. So we want to do the opposite of negative 15. So the opposite of negative 15 is positive 15. And whatever you do to one side, you've got to do to the other. So when I do that, these 15's cancel. I'm going to bring down n equals, and negative 9 plus 15 is going to give me a positive 6. Now I can check that in my Desmos. I'm going to do that since this is dealing with some negative numbers here. I'm going to use my keyboard and type n equals. We said our answer was 6. I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm going to type in the equation, which was negative 15, and I'm just using my keyboard for this, plus n. And notice how it comes up saying that it's negative 9, and negative 9 is what's here in our original equation. So we know we have the correct answer. I'm going to hit clear and then clear all again so that it clears everything out. Looking at our last problem, we have p minus 6 equals negative 5. What's my variable? P. What's attached to it? A minus 6. How do we undo a minus 6? We're going to plus 6 or add 6. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. The 6's cancel. We're left with p, and negative 5 plus 6 gives us a positive 1. And again, you could check that in Desmos by plugging that information in. So the beautiful thing about equations is you can always take your answer and plug it back into the equation. If you get what it's equal to on the other side, then you know you have the correct answer.